Hey boys and girls, welcome back. Thanks for watching. Got a quick question. Would you like to save a few $100s and really take your lighting to the next level and have a learning tool that is just great to play with? Yeah, I thought so. This I'm going to show you is something I did years and years ago, way before mag lights, modifiers, and stuff were a popular thing, back when Strobist was just kind of starting out a little bit. And I probably learned the most out of my photography and my lighting with this kind of a style and just playing and practicing and stuff. So I thought I would share this, especially if you're beginning. This is super cheap and you're using a flash in any way. So this can be on camera, off camera. I started on camera with this and really started developing my style of the three-dimensional look of things, of trying to get that extra pop. And we're talking back when cameras had, like 5 megapixels, and those were pro models. So being able to manipulate light was extremely important because you didn't shoot above ISO 400, maybe 800 if you had a great camera. So needless to say, I became pretty proficient at trying to get the most out of the light that I have. So I'm going to set this up. The reason I'm setting this up today is I'm actually shooting an event, a style that I haven't shot for a long time, and I've never even been to this location. So I don't know how high the ceilings are. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know anything about it. So I'm kind of going in blind, which is something I should probably not do, but it's one of my wife's friends decided to set this up. Anyways, that's besides the point. So all we're making is a bounce card. That's it. But we're going to make a glorified bounce card that can last you a very long time. You need a piece of foam. This can be found at your local Hobby Lobby, hobby shop, arts crafts store, and it's cheap. This is like $2. So picked one up, $2, and you can get a couple of modifiers. Make sure to take the staple out if you can. If not, we're going to leave it there. We may just cut it off. A couple other things you're going to need is a pen or something to draw with. A couple of hair ties. You can go to your local Dollar General, dollar store, whatever, and pick those up. Work perfect. The flat ones, if you can find them, work better. Let's see if we can get this viewing here, because some of them have rubber on the back, and those grip really nice to the flash. Flash we're using today is the Godox / Flashpoint. I think it's the V1. This is Zoom Lion XR2, whatever. But this works on any flash. You can use it on a square one. Doesn't have to be round. Works just fine. So the concept here, or what we're going to be doing, is just making a bell shape to go out. So you want to make sure you have enough space to where this flares out and back in. One thing I like to do is I grab a round object, and it doesn't matter what it is, a cup, a bowl, just because I like the aesthetics of it better. So I'm going to come line that up about to the top. Not quite, just about. And then we will just draw a little line across there using a Sharpie, thin point pen style Sharpie. So voila. And then I just come over to this other side for how wide I want this. Doing things backwards in the camera and stuff. So we're going to come about that wide. I think that looks pretty good. Am I even on it here? Maybe we need to come down a little. Should probably stand up and do this. So, voila. Look how pretty that is. This does not have to be spectacular or special. Next thing I do is I just try to line up and center this with that. So once I center it, I just take a flat object, which I don't know if I have a flat object. Grab me the other board over there. Voila! So just take a flat object. We're going to set this at somewhat of an angle. I'm going to just visually inspect it, and I'm going to want some space to wrap around here on the outside. So this will make it super easy to do. So just come down, boom, and then we come to our other side. This. Make sure things look about even. Oh, does that look even to you guys? Looks kind of even to me. We're going to go slightly wider, just so we have a little bit more to trim down if we need to. Nice thing about this setup is as long as you have anywhere that has foam board, and you can use cardboard and stuff, nice stuff about this stuff is it lasts a very long time. And if you notice on the shape of this, we'll be able to get a second one out of here. So this is pretty good sized. I think I may draw just a little bit more around here, just kind of get an idea of how I want to make that look. And then grab my camera bag here, and in here I have my handy dandy little kit. Lens cleaning cloth. So some of the things that I think everybody should carry with them are some little tools, stuff like that. I have this neat little thing that has a notebook, pen, flashlight. My marker will go in that as well, and a Leatherman, just multi-tool of all things good. So let's see, where's the scissors at in here? It has them somewhere. Hey, there they are. So we get our scissors out. Now, before we start cutting too much, I want to look at this and just kind of see how this looks wrapped up. And you're starting to get an idea of what we're looking at here. So that's going to wrap over far enough on each side to where it's going to have a really nice grip. So we're just going to hold it up so I can visually see it here and get a good look. Now, if you're worried about these marks, this is going to be on the back of it. And if you want to get all fancy, you can hit this with some spray paint, or you can take some marker and make it black, and then it looks all professional and yada, 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 yada. So you want to go grab me a pair of bigger scissors so we can just whip this out quicker. So you can use scissors. Unlike a Leatherman, you can also use, and we're at our craft table here, so it's not going to hurt anything if we actually cut it. That may be quicker than scissors itself. Look at that just go. Boom. And then take this on up to the top. So then you want to set that to the side, please, my lovely assistant. So now I just like to make this kind of rounded and equal, just to have a nice little more aesthetic. You don't even have to do this. I just want it to kind of look almost more professional. Professional. And this is a very large one. You do not have to have a bounce card this large. Voila. But this, now, you just give it a little shape here, a little bending here, work just fine. And then take my hair ties, throw them over here real quick. Hair tie, So if you're needing a quick modifier, this is so great for getting that sparkle in people's eyes, just lighting their faces up if you're shooting with the, you know, sun towards you to their back. And we just see if I can operate a hair tie here. Just walk it over. Do I need some help? I might. Your whispering's probably not coming through very good. You can go ahead and talk, sweetie. Just not too much commentary there. And 1 will get away. 2 is just a little nicer. I bring this down to where I can still use my hinge. I want that to still function completely. And if you have a flash that the head rotates, then this also works in portrait orientation as well as landscape. So on the camera, it will do both. Makes it very, very nice to do so. Like I said, this, you can play with this in so many ways that it's really, I mean, look at that. There's a big old scoop there. Looks like an ice cream scooper. So let's go ahead and throw it on a camera. Looks super big. Actually, Anna, why don't you go step right in front of the window? Go ahead and open that window up.
Okay.
So the light's blasting through. We're going to knock this down to a wide open aperture of about 1.4. And I'm going to turn my flash on. And when I have it set to TTL. Good, bud. Move out of the way. Come on, boy. He's like, what? I don't want to go anywhere. Y'all are talking and I'm just here. So, that'll work.
Okay.
Just stand right in front of that. So, let me shut this off. Without flash, let's see here. And I'm going to take eye detection off. Without flash, real quick, that's my Anna girl. See how it exposed for the background? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Got all kinds of weird stripes going on there. I don't know why. See it? Holy smokes, people are just being crazy out there. So now we flip this on. And we want to do something very similar. I'm going to even underexpose even more to try to get that background light down so that way it's not blowing it out. Did it flash?
Nope.
Didn't flash. Maybe we should make sure the flash works here. Am I not hooked?
Always test.
Always test. Yep, it's good to test. Shutter speed's too fast. Let me make sure my ISO is locked down.
That time it did.
That time it did. And just your first shot, oh, let me go back here. Hopefully you can see real quick. Oh, it's blowing out on the camera there. How it just filled in, but that background isn't quite overexposed so hard. Now this can be dialed in a lot. So if you just step forward there a little bit, step forward a little closer to me, we're going to be doing a nice little close-up. And I will just drop my TTL down. So now I'm just putting a negative on my flash power. So still using TTL, so just quick pop up, you know, keeping it real simple so you can be moving directly through a crowd. But when it's on her, it's showing it's underexposed. Let's see here. That time it went. And I kind of did a little bit too low there. Let me make an adjustment. There we go. So, as you can see, quick couple little adjustments. I can't see anything. Oh, that's the wrong photo. It's hitting buttons and moving all kinds of stuff here. I think that's upside down for you guys. Oh well. You get the point. Background is now not blown out behind her. Got some light in the eyes and makes it really pretty nice and easy. So that is a quick, 15-minute setup from start to finish of a bounce card that will work, will last a very long time. You can beat these things up. They can be shaped around. They slide into your bags super, super easy. Just a nice little all-around setup. Let's see, I think I want to adjust this out a little bit more. Why don't you stand in front of there one more time for me, sweetie? I'm going to give a little bit more power. But since that is like that, now you can pull in a couple different directions. So now I can use this to modify my light, not only just behind her or into her face, but I can start pulling it off the ceiling or off of another close wall, and I can start shaping it in 2 or 3 directions with just one light. Let's hit this another way here real quick. Hey, stay focused here. Don't worry about them out there being stupid. So I will go this way a little, and maybe this, and then bada bing, bada boom. That's cool. Now we have shaped.
Keep pressing buttons.
I do. Now it's because now we've shaped the light to where it's a little bit on, if that reflection would get off of there, to where you start getting some of that Rembrandt light. Trust me, it looks a lot better on the back of the camera. So that's, again, quick little how you can play with this. You can go into a lot of depth real fast, and it's a great way to learn some lighting, a great way to, master some of this stuff. Again, it doesn't have to be that big. It can be smaller. You can make 4 or 5 of them. They slide right in the back of backpacks or right in the back of camera bags. A lot of times, super easy, and it gives you a little extra padding as well. So you can even line, pockets with them. So if you don't even have an actual camera bag, you make up 4 or 5 of these, and that's where you put your lens at, is in, your purse, or however you wanted to make a divider system of your own. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.